I used to work 10-hour days. Not because I was inefficient. Not because I was disorganized. Because the volume of work that running a business and creating content every day genuinely requires is enormous when you try to do it all manually. Today I work 5 hours. Same output. Often better results. Because every part of my day, from the moment I open my laptop to the moment I close it, runs on a clear AI-assisted workflow. Today I am sharing that complete workflow. Hour by hour. Morning to night. Every tool and every step. Welcome to Tech Talk Tech. We upload every single day with fresh AI strategies. Subscribe now and hit the bell so you never miss tomorrow's video. Most people use AI reactively. Why a full day workflow matters: something comes up and they open Claude to help with it. Then they close it and go back to working manually until the next problem arrives. This reactive approach captures maybe 20% of the value AI can deliver. A structured full-day workflow captures the other 80%. Because when AI is built into every stage of your working day, not just the moments when you are stuck, the compounding time savings become genuinely transformative. Here is my complete workflow from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. 6 a.m. Morning brain dump and day planning. The first thing I do every morning before checking email or social media is open Claude and do a complete brain dump. Everything in my head, tasks, worries, ideas, deadlines, random thoughts, goes into Claude in one unstructured paragraph. I give Claude no filter. Everything that is consuming mental space gets externalized into text. Then I ask Claude to organize it into a prioritized action plan for the day. My 3 most important outcomes. My scheduled tasks assigned to specific time blocks. My potential obstacles with simple mitigations. This takes 10 minutes. It sets the entire tone for the day. And it means I start every working session already knowing exactly what I am doing and why it matters. 8 a.m. Content production block. My most creative and demanding work happens when my energy is highest, early morning before the day creates friction. I spend 90 minutes every morning on content production. Scripts. Social media posts. Email newsletters. Whatever the content calendar requires for that day. My process is consistent. I open Claude with my content brief. I paste my brand voice document so Claude has full context before producing anything. I ask for a complete first draft. I review it carefully, add my personal voice and specific examples, and finalize it for scheduling. 90 minutes of focused AI-assisted content production covers what used to take an entire working day of manual writing. 10 a.m. Client work block. After the content block I switch to client deliverables. The 2-hour block between 10 a.m. and noon handles all active client projects. For every client task, I give Claude a detailed brief that includes the client profile, their brand voice, their specific requirements, and any feedback from previous deliverables. Claude produces the first draft. I review every output carefully, refine for quality and tone, and prepare for delivery. The brief quality determines the output quality. The better and more specific the brief I give Claude, the less editing the output requires. Over time I have learned exactly what information Claude needs to produce client-ready first drafts that require minimal revision. Noon, review and communication. The hour between noon and 1 p.m. is reserved for communication. Client emails. Prospect follow-ups. Team messages if applicable. I use Claude to draft every significant email. I write a one-line brief of what the email needs to communicate and ask Claude to write it professionally in my voice. I review and personalize. Send. What used to consume 90 minutes of careful writing and rereading now takes 20 minutes. I send better emails in less time because AI handles the drafting while I handle the judgment. 2 p.m. Research and strategy block. Early afternoon is research and strategy time. Industry reading. Competitive analysis. Planning future content and projects. I use Perplexity AI for research requiring current information. I use Claude for synthesizing research into actionable strategic decisions. For any topic I need to understand, Perplexity researches and delivers a structured summary. Claude helps me think through the implications for my specific business. This two-tool approach delivers in 45 minutes what used to take an entire afternoon. 4 p.m. Review and admin block. The 2 hours before closing my laptop handle all operational and administrative tasks. I review content scheduled for the next day. Check client project statuses. Update my Notion workspace. Respond to comments on published content. For any administrative writing, reports, invoices, operational documents, Claude handles the first draft. I review and approve. Administrative burden becomes fast and clean. 5:30 p.m. Weekly and daily close. Before closing my laptop, I spend 15 minutes on a daily close routine. I open Claude and give it a brief summary of what I accomplished that day versus what I planned. I ask Claude to note any incomplete tasks, identify anything that should move to tomorrow, and suggest the single most important priority for the following morning. This daily close feeds directly into the next morning's brain dump. The continuity between days means my planning gets more accurate over time because I am building a genuine record of how my days actually unfold. The numbers before this workflow: approximately 10 hours of active work daily to maintain the channel and client business. After this workflow, approximately 5 hours. Same output. Often better quality because AI handles production and I focus entirely on judgment and strategy. 5 hours saved every day compounds into something extraordinary over months. Time that goes into growth, learning, and living. Your action plan starting today. Start with the morning brain dump tomorrow. 10 minutes. Claude. Everything in your head onto the page. Prioritized action plan generated. Add one workflow block each week until your full day runs on AI-assisted systems. Which part of your day would you most want to automate first? Drop it in the comments. I personally reply to every comment. If this gave you a clear daily AI workflow to build, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to Tech Talk Tech. We upload every single day. See you tomorrow.